Hi everybody, welcome to Live Blogger. In this video, I'll show you how to create this design over here using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. And here we can see on the left side we have this image, and on the right side we have this text over here, and we have this active class moving through all these sections. So every time we have different styling for the active section. So we will do this using JavaScript, and this is also responsive. So if we decrease the width of the browser window, this is how it will look on smaller screens. So let's get started. Right, here I have created this folder called split section, and I just opened it with VS Code. And I also have this folder called images where we have this image. So let's start by creating the necessary files. So let's create a new file called index.html. Let's create another file called style.css, and let's create one more file called main.js. And let's start with the index.html file. Now in VS Code you can just type exclamation and press tab, and you'll have this basic HTML5 code. And let's link our CSS file over here, and let's link the JavaScript file over here in the body section. Right, now the first thing we will do is we'll create a container division, and let's give it a class of split section. And in this we need to have two sections. We need to have the left section and the right section. So let's create a division with the class of left, and let's create one more division with the class of right. Now in the left division we need to have an image, and let's set the source to images/main.jpg, which is inside this images folder. And that's it for the left section. Now in the right section, the first thing we need to have is a heading. So let's create an h2, and let's tap steps to complete. And then after that we need to have these different steps. So for these steps, let's create a division with the class of steps container. Now for each of the steps, let's create a division with the class of step. And in this we need to have the icon and these headings and this paragraph. So for the icon, let's create a division with the class of icon, and in that we will have an SVG for the icon. So let's go to heroicons.com for the SVG, and let's get some icons from here. So I just copy this SVG from here, and let's paste it inside the icon division. Right, after this division, let's create another division with the class of content, and in that we will have this heading and this paragraph. So for the heading, let's create a division with the class of step heading, and let's add the heading over here. So I'll just tap heading number 1, and then let's create a paragraph, and here let's add some text. I'll just copy this and I'll just paste it over here. And now let's go ahead and copy this div from here with the class of step, and let's duplicate it and paste it 3 more times. And for the second one, let's go ahead and change the heading to heading number 2, and here let's tap step number 2, and here let's tap heading number 3, and here let's tap step number 3, and here let's tap heading number 4, and here also let's tap 4, and this should be at the top. So this is heading number 1. So I'll just copy this, I'll just cut it and paste it at the beginning. Now let's open this in our browser and let's see how it looks. So I have this extension called Live Server installed in VS Code. So once you have this installed, you can just right click over here and click on Open with Live Server. And here we can see we have all the content displayed over here. We have step number 1, 2 and so on. We have all the images and icons also being displayed. Let's go ahead and change the icons a little bit. So for the second one, let's change the icon to, let's try this one right here. And let's go to the second one, and here let's delete this SVG and let's add the new icon. Let's get one more icon from here, and let's paste it over here. And let's add one more icon. So I'll just copy this one right here, and let's paste it for the third one. So now we can see we have all these different icons, Right now let's go ahead and start styling this. So let's go to the style.css file. And the first thing we will do is we will target all the elements, and let's tap box sizing to border box so that we have the correct width and height for all the elements. And then for the body, let's go ahead and remove the margin, and let's also set the background color to light gray. Now let's go ahead and target the split section division, and we need to have the left division on the left side and the right division on the right side. So let's tap split section, and let's set the display to flex and align items to the center, and let's add a gap of 40 pixels between the elements. And now we can see that the image is on the left side and all this content on the right side. Let's also set the font family to Roboto and sans serif, and let's add a padding of 32 pixels, and let's set the color of all the text to 023047. Right now let's target the left division, and for that we have this division with the class of left. So let's tap split section left, and let's set the height to 600 pixels, and let's set the height of the image inside the left section. So let's tap split section left img, and let's set the height to 100% of the parent, and let's set the width to 100% as well, and let's tap object fit to cover so that it has the correct proportions. Right now let's set the width of the left and the right sections to the same. So for that we can just type flex of 1 for left and right. So let's type split section right, and let's type flex 1. Now we can see both of them have the same width. Right now let's style all the icons inside the step. So here we can see we have this division with the class of icon. So let's type step icon, and let's set the width of all the icons to 60 pixels, and let's set the color of all the icons to 006D77, and this is how it looks. Right now let's style this heading. So for the heading we have an h2. So let's tap split section h2, and let's set the font size to 40 pixels. Let's set the font weight to normal. Let's set the margin top to 8 pixels, and let's set the color to 006D77, and let's add a border bottom of 1 pixel solid RGBA, 248, 71, and 0.2 for the opacity, and let's add a padding bottom of 20 pixels, and this is how this heading looks. Right now let's style these steps. Now for the step we need to have the icon on the left side and the content on the right side. So let's target the step, and let's set the display to flex, and let's add a gap of 16 pixels between the elements, and let's set a padding of 16 pixels top and bottom and 24 pixels left and right, and let's set the width to 100%, and let's add a border radius of 10 pixels for rounded corners. And now let's go ahead and style the heading of the steps. So let's tap step heading, and let's set the font size to 26 pixels, and let's set the font weight to bold. Right now let's go ahead and change the margin of this paragraph. So we have this paragraph inside the step, inside the content. So let's tap step P, and let's set the margin to 8 pixels top and bottom, 0 for left and right. Right now let's add a little bit of gap between these different steps. So let's target the container which has the class of steps container. So let's tap steps container, and let's set the display to flex, and let's set the flex direction to column, and let's add a gap of 24 pixels. Now the next thing we need to do is we need to have an active class. So we need to move the active class through different sections. So let's create some styles for the active section. So let's type step.active. So when we have the active class, we need to add a box shadow, and let's set the values to 0, 4 pixels, 40 pixels, -8 pixels, RGBA, 0, 0, 0, and 0.2. 3. And now if we go back to the HTML file and if we add a class of active for one of these steps, we can see we have this box shadow. Alright, let's go ahead and remove the active class from here. We will add it using JavaScript. Right now let's make this responsive. So this is how it looks right now. So let's go ahead and add a media query over here. And let's set the max width to 900 pixels. So whenever the width of the screen is less than 900 pixels, all these tiles will be added to our design. So the first thing we need to do is we need to bring this image at the top and all this content to the bottom. So let's target the split section and let's set the flex direction to column. Right now for the left section, let's go ahead and set the width to 100%. So let's tap split section left and let's set the width to 100% and let's set the height to 400 pixels. And let's unset the flex value that we added over here. So we added this flex value to have the same width for these two different sections. But in the mobile version, we need to have a fixed height. So let's change flex to unset. Right now let's target the right section. So let's tap split section right and let's set the width to 100% and let's add the active class over here. Now we can see we have the 100% width. So everything is working all right. Right now the last thing we need to do is we need to add the active class to different steps based on a set time interval. So let's do that. For that, let's go ahead and go to the JavaScript file and we need to target all the steps and we need to store it inside a constant. So let's create a constant with the class of steps equals document.querySelectorAll and we have a division with the class of step for the step. And now let's create another variable called current step index. So it will store the current step that is active and by default we will set it to 0. Alright, now let's create a function and let's call the function show current step and let's create an arrow function over here. Now in this function let's loop through all these steps. So let's type steps dot for each and I'll call each of the steps step and let's also access the index and I'll just call the index and we need to add all of this inside parentheses because we need to have 2 arguments. And let's create an arrow function over here. Now here let's go ahead and type step dot class list and toggle. Now this will add and remove the active class. So let's type active. Now here let's add one more argument and here let's type index equals current step index. Right now what this will do is it will add the active class only if the current step index and the index which is right now over here for this step is the same. And down here let's go ahead and type current step index equals current step index plus 1. So every time it will increment the current step index. And let's add a modulo operator over here and let's type steps.length. So when we add this code, it will not go beyond the length of the steps. So if you have 3 steps, it will just go till 0, 1 and 2. Right now let's go ahead and call this function. So let's type show current step and let's add an interval. So let's type const and let's call it interval id equals set interval. And here first of all let's add the handler function. So let's type show current step and then let's add the duration and let's set it to 3000 which is 3 seconds. And now let's go back to our website and now we can see that every 3 seconds we have the active class changing to the next step. So everything is working alright. Let's go to the mobile version and here also everything is working alright. So that's basically how you can create this design using HTML, CSS and JavaScript for your website. Alright, so that's basically it for this video. I will leave the link of the source code in the description of this video. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comments below. And if you like this video, please click on the like button and subscribe to this channel to get the latest video updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day.